is Sasha Schnickerbecker.
And I'm Joe Kwan.
And welcome to the Channel 53 News Team. Today we will be discussing things happening in Boston, Massachusetts.
Surrounding our country has been the issue of racial and homosexual rights. It has haunted our country and this world for hundreds of years, and now, in 2114, it may be the end of not only racial inequality, but also homosexual inequality. Today, we will talk about how people have reacted over the years to the change of civil rights, both the good and the bad. If you look here at this graph 100 years ago, 2014 was a turning point for homosexuals. As time passed, the states in the U.S. allowed gay marriage, jumping from one state, Massachusetts, to over 15. And now, all states allow it. But it doesn't mean that all are happy with the results.
Also, if you take a look at these graphs, you can see that 2014 was a turning point for racial rights. The amount of racial discrimination cases has dropped in the past 100 years, and more people have realized that skin tone doesn't matter. Now, onto a report on a riot erupting at a church. Apparently, a church group is protesting to ban gay marriage, and another group is countering. Here's Logan, near the church where the riot started.
Good day, I'm Logan coming to you live from Boston. And currently, there's a group protesting to release this 110-year-old acceptance for gay marriage. I'm here with Sam, who claims that although we don't choose whether we are heterosexual or homosexual, we can indeed choose which feelings to display in public.
God has created us all differently. Some taller, some shorter, some homosexual, and some heterosexual. You can choose on which feelings you act upon.
What do you feel about bisexuality, pansexuality, and asexuality? And why do you feel, even after 110 years, it is necessary to change the law?
I don't know what all that anality thing, but all I know is that it may be late, but it's better late.
Well then, stay tuned for an interview with Dr. Howe about eugenics.
Hello and good evening. Today we have Dr. Angela Howe with us. She's an expert on eugenics. Dr. Howe, what is eugenics?
Thank you for having me today. In the past, racial discrimination was based on a believed scientific theory called eugenics, a theory that labels one race superior to another.
How had eugenics influenced the past?
Eugenics was widely accepted in the States over 200 years ago. Before 2014, the eugenics theory that was against African Americans was disproved, and when that happened, many African Americans were looked down on. But in 2050, African Americans had used eugenics to prove that they're indeed the superior race.
And how can you prove eugenics wrong, even though it's just a theory?
Through multiple experiments that multiple scientists have done, it is quite obvious that there is no superior race. The IQs are roughly the same, and there is no reason to say that Americans or African Americans are superior to one another.
Thank you, Dr. Howe. Now, let's move on to the next special interview on homosexuality in nature.
Hello, and welcome to another interview with Mr. April, who studies the nature, and has come to help us report on the fact of homosexuality in nature. How have scientists proven over the last 100 plus years that homosexual acts appear in nature?
Well, simply by taking photographs and actual real evidence of homosexuality. For instance, in 1999, well over 110 years ago, over 1,500 species had animals engaging in homosexual acts. Over 500 were documented.
So what is really behind the fact that people say homosexuality is unnatural?
Homosexuality is not unnatural. The fact that it appears in nature proves this fact. People's opposition to homosexuality is based on it being wrong. However, in ancient Rome, men were allowed to commit adultery with other men without it being degrading or having an effect on their social status. If people back then could accept it, why can't we now?
Good point. And now back to Logan on a riot.
Okay, good job.
Hello, and I'm back to the opposing side of this protest to see what other people think about this almost decided issue. Now I'm here with Amani. What do you think about this protest?
I think it's something worth fighting for and should be an issue we already conquered. It's crazy, but we are still fighting. I believe that this is not just gay rights, this is also human rights. We are not defending gays because they are gay. We are defending gays because they are also humans, and all humans are created equal. So why shouldn't they have equal rights?
Interesting. Now, do you think that the protest against gay marriage will be successful?
No. We've had this for 110 years, and people would always have their own opinion. But we have to focus on the majority, and the majority have already decided on their choice 110 years ago.
Thank you for joining us in this interview. Now back to Sasha in the station.
Thank you, Logan, for your excellent report.
So, a quick summary of what happened. There was a riot, and we had scientists Dr. Howe and Dr. April explain how homosexuality is present even in nature, and how eugenics is a completely false theory. Have a great day.